Peace, peace, family. This your boy Young Pharaoh, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
This is Danielle LOLJK, and you're now watching Crumb TV.
Hey, this is Reggae Boy, and I'm watching Crumb TV.
Watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
This is Miss Diva, and you are watching Crumb TV.
You're now watching Crumb TV.
This is Lady Lee from Las Vegas. You're now watching Crumb TV. I love this shit. I'm watching right now.
If you could, please repeat after me. Peace, Ashe, Islam, Namaste, Hotep, Grand Rising, Neferbaka, Sakpase, Shalom, Shalom, Islam, Bonjour, Bundia, Oseo, Ni hao, Konnichiwa, what up though, Islam. Whatever the greeting is in your respective language, I am your humble brother Crumb, here for another installation of Crumb TV. You already know what it is, family. This video is called YT Domestic Psyop. Oh, Jumbo. That's another good one. I see the family tapping in Ice Hawk. But listen, family, before we get into all of that, I want to do what I do best. Let's put some respect on your name by acknowledging the first responders. Now, within the first less than 2 minutes, there's more than 26, 27 first responders. So for the sake of time, we'll just do the first three. Now, we're only just do the first three moderators. I'm sorry, excuse me, members. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description. So number one in the building of this perfect trifecta, and I do want to emphasize perfect, is my good brother D Nice. He says, what up though, master students? We saying what up back. I see you, I love you, I appreciate you. I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful. Number two in the building of the perfect trifecta is my other brother from another mother, Robert Johnson. He says, what up though, from the 313. I think D Nice is from the, I know the D Nice is from the 313. Major love out there. I'm saying what up though back. I'm saying what up back. I see you, I love you, I appreciate you. Always an honor, brother. You just don't know. It really brightens my day to see the family in the building. Now, of the members, we only have two for now. That's just for now. Number three is my good brother, Will. I think Will doesn't even need a wrench. Will is already official tissue, but he says peace. We saying peace back. I see you, I love you, I appreciate you. Ice Hawk, 313. I'm in a 319. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can commit that to memory. And in honor of that, family, could we get a roll call? City, state, zip, country, island, coast, whatever the case may be. Shout yourselves out. We just want to recognize you. Now, with that, family, I want to actually cut the music. Cut. Let's put some respect on the man of the hour. It is my good brother, the high priest, the minister of information. Peace and love, minister. How are you? Well, while the minister gets all of his stuff ready, just want to let you guys know he is on TikTok. He is always on TikTok. He lives in TikTok, on TikTok.
There we go. Peace. My bad, bro. This damn iPhone been acting weird, man, for the last 2 days. It's crazy. So my apologies. Like my screen gets stuck. It's doing all kind of weird stuff now. But peace and love, everybody. What's going on, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy, Minister Information, in the building on Crumb TV platform, as he was just saying. Of course, I'm over there on TikTok trying to tackle the jokers. TikTok is tricky, man. TikTok is a rough crowd. But I'm also on Instagram still at Minister Informing, and of course I'm over here on YouTube platform, and always on Crumb TV.
Well, Just want to make sure I caught that. What is the name of your TikTok again?
The THE, the Minister of Information, because it's another joker over there named Minister of Information. But on TikTok, it's the Minister of Information. THE, Minister of Information. Can't miss it. Can't miss it.
Yep.
And right now, I'm over there trying to go Hamilton and keep it going. And really, all I'm doing is transferring everything off of my Instagram account over to that TikTok, because everything he's talking about now, you and I was discussing 3-4 years ago. So
I would say the minister is ahead of his time, and it's been that way for quite some time now. So,
it makes me angry to hear them talk about some stuff that we was talking about in 2019. But they be talking about it so eagerly. I'm like, man, that's just old, y'all. That's like 4 years. But we have to realize when we was reporting the news before TikTok, you know, we was ahead of the game already anyway. So it's only to be expected that these youngsters would come out with something new. It's kind of like they take the Isley Brothers beat and remix it and call it a new track. That's how I feel. It's been out. Nevertheless.
Factory. Okay, so yeah, family, please go over to TikTok and give him a follow. Go to IG, give him a Grammy. Y'all know how that goes. The minister is jumping like Jordan. He's not going ham, he's going to Hamilton. So y'all already know how it is. It's just an extension of YouTube, just a different format. So you got to tap all the way in. Um, Anybody know how much all is? But yes, with that said, minister, I wanted to talk to you about the most recent news, if that's okay.
Yeah, please, let's dive into it. Like I told you earlier, like this happened maybe 5 miles from my hometown, so this is very close to me.
Okay. In short, check this out.
Now to the latest example of gun violence in American schools. A 14-year-old student went on a shooting rampage in Georgia, killing 2 students and 2 teachers, wounding several others. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher here now with the latest on the investigation. Michelle?
Well, Mark, what's really frustrating about this situation, the FBI said today this young man had been on their radar for more than a year, but despite the advanced warnings and even previous threats of a school shooting, he was still somehow able to go on this deadly rampage just 1 month into this new school year.
I was scared I was going to die, to be honest. And when I heard hard lockdown, I knew it wasn't a drill.
Terrifying firsthand accounts as students recall the frightening moment shots rang out Wednesday morning inside Appalachia High School.
Then I hear the gunshots, and then everyone ducks behind desks, and the teacher is like flipping tables and stuff and barricading the door. I was just scared out of my mind. I was like, what is happening?
The gunman opening fire around 9:30 at the school in Winder, Georgia, about an hour from Atlanta. Parents frantically rushing to the school, some on foot, after they got word from their kids.
I've walked almost 2.5 miles to get to the school. This is a parent's worst nightmare, is to hear about a shooting at their child's school.
He said they're shooting in the school, and the shooter is right across the hall from me.
The gunman, identified as Colt Gray, killing 2 14-year-old students and 2 teachers before school resource officers stopped his rampage.
He is a 14-year-old student here at the high school. Again, he has been taken into custody. He will be charged with murder, and he will be tried as an adult.
Late today, the FBI's Atlanta division sharing a statement saying that in May of last year, it received several tips about online threats of a school shooting involving Gray. But after interviewing him and his father, there was, quote, no probable cause for an arrest or to take any additional law enforcement action.
May evil in all the world know that, especially in this place this night, we say no.
A somber vigil tonight as community members gathered to mourn the lives lost after our country's latest mass shooting. Now, 9 others were also wounded in today's shooting. 1 teacher and 8 students. Law enforcement officials in Georgia say that they are all expected to recover.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great aid.
Now, off the rip, they took him into custody. Meanwhile, Tamir Rice playing with a toy gun and got unalive. Come on, y'all.
Ain't that something?
Come on, man.
Ain't that something, y'all? Um, Minister, you said this was down the street from you?
Yeah. Wanda, Georgia, Bear County. My hometown is Walton County or Monroe, which is literally a stone throw away from where I grew up at.
Would you say it's a small, quaint area where everybody knows or pretty much is acquainted or at least recognizes everybody?
Absolutely. And in fact, my dad lives maybe a half mile from school.
Well, I've been around your family and I've got that very same energy where it's one of those places where everybody knows everybody. Um, I wanted to play this for you. Do you mind, or did you want to go and say something else?
No, go ahead, please.
So the neighbor said they never seen this little boy before, ever. Check this out.
It's the sound.
Oh, sorry. Present, share. Neighbor said ain't never seen a little boy before. Check this out.
Anonymous tip about online threats to commit a school shooting. Now, at the time, there was no probable cause for arrest. They do plan to investigate whether there's any connection to that incident and yesterday's shooting. Meanwhile, we spoke to a neighbor who lives across the street. She says that she only would see his younger siblings and dad and wasn't aware the teen lived there until yesterday when she saw him waiting for the bus for the first time. Take a listen.
He had on jeans, a dark or black zip-up hoodie with the hood up, and a black backpack. I don't know. I just felt odd. So hours later, this starts unfolding, and then my grandson sends me a picture that's one of the students at Appalachia snapped of the shooter when he had his gun in his hand. And he said, "Gigi, is this who you saw?" And that was the boy. And that's terrifying.
Gigi says she lived across the street and she looked like a nosy neighbor. She looked like she know
Gigi
everything.
been living there for a long time. Gigi been living. She been there for a while, since like the fucking 80s, at least.
And she said she ain't never seen him before.
Well, I'm not sure if you're gonna dive into it, but the backstory there's some backstory with his mom and custody issues and stuff like that. Of course, they're gonna spin it to make it seem like a summary case of poor little Timmy. But I know they mentioned some custody issues of some sort with his mom, and his mom had got arrested for selling something, drugs, whatever, a couple of years ago. So there's some custody issues. Now I'm not saying that that's the reason they didn't recognize him, because in order to walk up in a school, you have to be a part of the school system. You have to go to that school regardless. Maybe he just caught the bus that day from his dad's house or something. But from what I heard, reportedly his mom and dad do not live together. So from what I heard.
Now, there was not to disagree with you, but I just want to put this out there. There was a school shooter in Texas and in some small town, and the way he got into school was someone opened the door for him. Someone opened the door. That's how he got in. Why is that important to the listening audience? Because they always paint the picture of a lone gunman.
Yeah.
And there are people acting in orchestra with this domestic T, and that's what we're really seeing. I wasn't able to queue up the times, but a lot of people are reporting, the children particularly, that they heard multiple gunshots coming from multiple places. He was not alone. He wasn't. And I'll say this as well. My brother writes, Will Justice, they had one of the victims' pictures up. So people would think it was him, he, the deceased young brother, but the news had his picture up with the caption that the suspect was caught. The news tried to, in sorts, paint the picture that it was one of our children who had done this, because
Oh wow.
the Tamahu had the complexion for protection. So if we go back and look at that other church guy, who shot up our people in the church, and remember, it was the worst of our people, because it was Dylan Roof. Family, can y'all press 000 if y'all remember? They had that black boy speak on behalf of Dylan Roof and said Dylan Roof wasn't racist. They brought one of our people in who was an agent. This is another psyop, who goes in and says Dylan Roof is not racist, and they arrest Dylan Roof, put the handcuffs in the front, and they take
Yep.
him to McDonald's Playhouse, where he can kind of enjoy himself a little bit before he goes in there to get the $1 million worth of support that he got from the Tamahu. So what we're
So
seeing
so
here, I'm sorry, please.
no, I was gonna say right after you deal with him, let's pull up the hero from that protest that was out there shooting people as well. Remember him?
Oh, Trump's would-be
Come
assassin.
on, man. Yes, sir. No, not him. There was another Flugeroid young man at a protest. I can't think of his name. If you pull up protest shooter, it happened maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and he just recently went to court. He was exonerated, no charges, anything. But another Tamahu wielding a gun around. It was some type of rally or march or something happened, and he was out there with the AR. Yeah, him. There you go. Up top,
Martinez.
the green shirt on. Yep.
Oh, this one.
Come on, bro. It's a whole list of
Rittenhouse.
them jokers, man.
Yeah, it's a lot
It's a
of them.
whole list of them.
I
Domestic
remember
team, man.
him.
Yep. Yep.
Let me just see if I can just kind of go down memory lane. Born in 2003, is an American man who gained national attention at age 17 for unaliving 3 men in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I'm joking, 2 fatally in August of 2020. Amid protests following the police shooting of Jacob Blake, Rittenhouse had traveled to Kenosha during the unrest and joined a group of armed people who said they were there to protect businesses. In a series of confrontations, Rittenhouse fatally shot 2 men who had tried to grab his gun and injured another who had pointed a firearm at him. Rittenhouse was subsequently charged by Kenosha County prosecutors with multiple criminal counts, including unaliving. Rittenhouse claimed self-defense at trial and was acquitted in November of 2021. 2 civil lawsuits against him are pending as of February 2023. Wow. I didn't know he was acquitted.
Civil lawsuits, not criminal. Civil lawsuits. Civil lawsuits. That means it's going to be it's a type of plea or settlement happening.
Damn, Gina.
Crazy.
Damn, Gina.
Now, the Joker you talking about in South Carolina, then there's the boy in Colorado a while ago. Remember him? There's one in Texas. They all over the place, man. Domestic team, man. All of them.
All of them. Now, let me close this out.
But
okay, here. Let me share this with you real quick. Share window. Can't find it. How do I get that to pull up? Oh, okay. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Brand. I want to show you this picture real quick. I want to show everybody this picture. Overlay. So now here is the picture of, oh, drop. HEIC. They're not going to let me do it. European Jesus. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Convert HEIC. So now I got a picture. Well, here, let me just Google it. Let me Google it. Give me just a second. I'm gonna pull this up for you. Not now, but right
No,
now.
you fine.
Share screen. It says, where's share screen at? Share, boom, boom. Oh, how did I do that? After Gray's name was confirmed as the shooting suspect, WSB TV inexplicitly posted on social media the photo of Mason Schumanhorn underneath the caption, "A 14-year-old suspect, Colt Gary, was arrested." There we go. There we go.
Why would they do that, man?
Why? Why would they do that? Well, I guess the people in the comments can answer that. And if I had to guess, this is the narrative that they want to push to save their children's face. And let me see if I can find this book. Columbine shooter mother writes book. Let me go to images. Same reason. The reason they did that was the same reason she did this. This woman came out with a book, A Mother's Reckoning, in defense of her son, and she wrote this book. Remember, this is a New York Times bestseller. The mother, the one who raised that Columbine cold-blooded unaliver, European Jesus, blonde hair, blue eyes. She writes this book saying, "Y'all did my son wrong. Y'all came in the news and talked all this crap about my son, and my son is a good boy. My son didn't deserve all of that harsh criticism y'all gave him. Only thing he did was unalive a couple people." Never forget,
Damn.
they wrote that book. She wrote this book in redemption of her son, who obviously deserves no redemption, living in the aftermath of a Columbine tragedy. Oh, so you are the victim. You have went through so much problems, so much pain and anguish, and now you got to write a book because you need to get this off of your chest because of how they did your son wrong.
Man, these YT people are crazy, bro. That's insane, bro.
You can't make this up.
And in spite of what they do, somehow they're still made to look like they're patriotic and they're never villainized. But that's been going on since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime a YT man or young boy picks up arms on our soil and takes the lives of other Americans, they're always made to seem to be the freaking patriot. They all have the same alma mater from the 1700s. Give me liberty or give me.
Come on. Come on.
They swear by it. So that being an old American classic, anytime you see any of them with a rifle, a long weapon, any kind of weapon, it don't matter what they are. They're never going to be the vigilante. They're going to be the most patriotic emblem of an American you can see, even when they're wrong. I blame the damn media for that shit too. I blame the media. I blame the damn media.
Come on.
And how is it each and every one of these individuals are always arrested? They're never unalived by the cops. Never unalived by the cops. Never.
Without incident.
Black people should be up. Black people should be up in arms about this. How they get to unalive our sons for no reason at all? For walking from the store with a bag of damn Skittles. For playing with a toy gun in the park, playing with a toy gun in Walmart on the toy aisle. Why,
on the toy aisle.
Why are our children the ones never arrested, always assassinated? I say, that's what I say. I say that the police are still acting under what's called the Casual Killing Act.
Uh-oh. Y'all get y'all pens and papers.
No, I mean, there's no other option to it. They're acting, they're performing their duties under two things. It's presumption and assumption. When it comes to our children, when it comes to their children, they're always given the benefit of the doubt. They're never labeled domestic tea, which they all are. All the way back to, you remember your boy from the Oklahoma City bombing. All the way back then, they've always been domestic tea. And it's always some type of psychological whatever from some doctor or psychologist coming in to diagnose them and say that, oh, they're dealing with depression or blah, blah, blah. Our kids dealing with damn depression. All of us, psychoneurosis, are dealing with what's called PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome. They don't get a pass. They don't get a damn pass on nothing. These people are slam plumb crazy. And if y'all can't see that, then y'all crazy. Oh, I got a couple of YT friends that are cool. They're not cool. There was an interview with Muhammad Ali, and the interviewer asked Muhammad Ali, do you think all YT people are evil? Muhammad Ali said, if there are 100 snakes coming toward me, you think I'm not going to close the door on all the 100 snakes just for the good snakes to get through? He said, don't close the door on all y'all. The point he's making was, even if it is a good couple of y'all in the pack, I don't know which one it is. So I'm going to close the door on all y'all jokers. Because I don't know who's the good snake and who's the bad snake. I don't know who it is. But time after time again, y'all see that they perform the same stuff every single time. And Lord behold, is definitely near election season. And who just came to Atlanta and did her whole dissertation with Quavo from Quavo from Migos about gun laws, gun control. Kamala Harris. Watch you ride the wave on this shit. She gonna ride the wave on this shit about gun control. Watch what I tell you.
Now, it's super interesting that you mentioned Scamala, because Scamala just came out. I'm sorry. Excuse me, not Scamala. A couple of kids at this particular event said that after the tragedy happened, because remember, there's a saying. Let me see. Never waste a good tragedy. I think it was Winston Churchill. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Excuse me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Winston Churchill, and let me just pull the receipts, because I don't want anybody to think I'm just talking crap because you just don't like these type of people. No, this is what he really said. Never let a good crisis go to waste. That's Winston Churchill. So just to tie everything together, in honor of one of their elites, Winston Churchill, after this happened, this email was reportedly sent out to children. It reads, Republican Mike Collins has blood on his hands. The deaths in Barrow County are a direct result of his support. I know Democrats sent this out for weapons of war. He's hiding behind the Second Amendment. That's crazy you would word it that way. He must be defeated. He is our number one target in Georgia. Help send a message now. Donate to defeat him. Donate to restrict weapon sales. Donate for common sense gun reform. Donate to remove guns from the hands of violent white male killers. We need red flag laws in Georgia, and Mike Collins stands in the way. This was sent out by Democrats to the victims and the ones who had to endure this tragedy, because the Democratic Party could not waste a good tragedy. They had to capitalize on this tragedy,
Man,
and
that's crazy and disrespectful.
it's disrespectful. It's poor timing when the children need to be engaged in a way where, hey, are y'all okay? Is anything you need? Is there somebody you'd like to talk to after going through this? Do you need somebody to hold your hand? Anything for support versus trying to use this as a political platform to push an agenda. And I want to confirm, and I was going to do a
Man,
video.
that's crazy.
Please, Minister, please share your thoughts.
I was agreeing with you saying that's crazy. After you make your next point, I want you to pull up the video of him and his dad out hunting. That video got released today.
Okay. What is his name? I don't even remember what his name is. Let me see if I can find it. What is his name? School. What is the name of?
If he was black, it'd be out. It'd be everywhere.
It would be everywhere. Listening audience, let me see if I can. Colt. There we go. Thank you so much. Gray Colt. Is that his name? A Colt Gray? What is his name? Colin Colt? Yeah, these people. My son's name is Hunter. Okay, Hunter.
Colt.
Yeah, his name is Colt. Oh, Colt Gray. Okay. Colt Gray hunting video with dad. Okay, so I'm gonna share a screen. From what I understand, this is very chilling. So bear with us, family. Oh, here we go. Never waste a good tragedy. They gotta get their money off of this. I'm about to unmute it, and boom. Oh, 2 of 2. Come on. Jesus has blue eyes. Come on.
There's blood on his face, by the way.
That's blood on his face.
Yep, it's a rite of passage when your first kill when you're hunting is to smear the blood of the animal on your face. I don't know who made that up, but he did it. Now the conversation is what's crazy. If you can play the conversation is the part you need to hear. That's the crazy part.
Let me see, can I get this? All right. So hopefully we can hear it now.
The first ever deer hunt for me and Colt. He's hunting with a 450 Bushmaster. Sir. 107 yards. And let's go take a look. I'll follow you, sir.
Chilling conversation.
I see white.
I see white too.
Holy crap. Look at that, brother.
Oh, they ain't played the whole damn thing. Okay. The whole thing is basically asked him, how did he feel shooting the gun? Was there any kick to it? Like, nah. I mean, he was kind of talking to them and getting to talk about how did it feel to shoot the gun for the first time. And it's like psychologists will tell you when kids are young, you find your kids always unaliving animals and, dealing with dead animals, whatever the case is, and this and the third. That's a signature for something is wrong. Like something is very wrong when your kids love to play with dead animals or just, torturing a cat torturing squirrels, torturing birds, whatever they're doing. Like, it's an asphyxiation for death, according to psychologists. So the telltale signs have always been there. In fact, he came to the school with a long gun, an AR. So he was super comfortable with this. And if he shot that deer 150 yards, he could have stood across the street from the school and popped people if he wanted to, if he felt like it. You know what I'm saying? So this was a little more personable for him to be face to face with people. And I'm waiting for the backstory to come out. Like, what made him choose the classrooms he went to and those teachers? Now, there's no talk of bullying yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming. I'm pretty sure it's coming. You know?
Yeah.
They got to say them kids, you know what I'm saying? When it's our children, there's no conversation of bullying. They find the most thuggish picture they can find of them and blast all over the media. With him, they went and found his, I don't know, 5th grade picture to post online on the news station. Then you see him in person. He looked like Bozo the Clown. He looked crazy as hell in person. But that's just what they do, though. They have to illustrate and demonstrate and show how savage we are. And when it comes to them, oh, it was a mistake. It was just, you know, it's all kind of doctors are gonna fly in, psychologists fly in, doctors, experts say this. Listen to the language of the media. I want y'all to listen to the language of the media for the next couple of days and watch how the media finesses this shit. No language of thug, or even when they choked out my man in New York a while ago for selling cigarettes on the corner. They found dirt on his auntie who went to jail back in 97. Like, they dig through the family tree to find who went to jail back in the 80s. They try their best to criminalize us. It's always been that way. Since the first showing of Birth of a Nation at the White House back in the early 20s. We've always been criminalized in this public. Always been, always. Hell, they'll even take, I can't think of his name right now, the young brother who got unalive, and he kind of in the neighborhood, he laid in the street for a while. It was summertime, a couple years ago. Mike Brown. They didn't render no aid, CPR. The cop had his gun drawn on the brother the whole time. He clearly unalive. There's no aid rendered. I'm wondering, how did the GBI and FBI take him down so easily without a gunfight? What happened? Anytime a cop get a call, shots fired, the cops come to the scene ready. Now, there were no mention of Barrow County, which is the county, Barrow County Sheriff's Office being involved. There was no mention of Winder, Georgia police being involved. All you heard was FBI and GBI, which means this is now a federal case. It's out of the jurisdiction of the county of Barrow County. It's out of their jurisdiction. So he won't be tried in their courts in Winder or Barrow County. He'll be tried in another situation. A federal court will hear this out. So all the local police, local PD lost all jurisdiction automatically. So now the FBI and the GBI, they control the narrative and the story of the media. Had this been a local event, has been a local event, it wouldn't have went that way.
Brother, can you take a listen at this for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Curious. Where have we heard this before? So the FBI knew about this kid a year ago. Here's the FBI's press release. In May 2023, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center received several anonymous tips about online threats to commit a school shooting in an unidentified location and time. The online threats contained photographs of guns. Within 24 hours, the FBI determined the online post originated in Georgia, and then they went out to his house. They went to the possible subject's house, interviewed him, talked to the father, knew that he had hunting guns in the house. Okay. So they knew all about it. Now, of course, memes. I mean, again, as Libs of TikTok posted today, every single time.
Let me take this down. So yeah, the FBI knew about this kid from a year ago. there were plenty of red flags to say, hey, this is about to go down. And apparently, there was an email sent to the school saying, hey, somebody's going to bang this thing up tomorrow. And the school didn't issue warnings, didn't let parents, teachers, kids know at all. They what seemed just like with the Donald Trump thing, they let this happen. This happened on their watch, on their radar, and they green lit this. Minister, what say ye?
Getting real, man.
Well, while the minister gets his stuff together, I'm sorry.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I was saying that everybody knew that this was going to happen. They had knowledge of this. Oh, matter of fact, here, let me play one more section, but I gotta cover everything for to protect our channels. Let me go and find it for you. All right, check this out.
Meanwhile, multiple eyewitnesses say there was more than one shooter. Fox News spoke to a family member that confirmed more than one shooter, possibly as many as 4 shooters from eyewitnesses. That's not me saying that. That's eyewitnesses saying that. Kids and teachers reporting gunfire going off nearly at the same time at complete opposite ends of the school. That's curious. The school is very large, and for gunfire to go off nearly at the same time for complete opposite end of the school, to navigate through the entire school, to have that happen, I mean, maybe this kid was Barry Allen. The Flash could travel that quickly. Jumped into a wormhole. It's interesting. So do we discount eyewitness reports on a regular basis now? That's the thing that we do, like at the Trump assassination?
Yes.
So Laura Loomer, who is
That's
a
crazy.
whistleblower, says, have you noticed there's always a school shooting in a swing state or caucus state right before an election? Every election
time.
year.
Every time, bro. Every single fucking time.
Oh.
Every single time.
Y'all didn't hear what I just played? Did you hear what I just played? Okay, yeah. Let me yeah, here we go. You did hear it. Yes, yeah. Every single time, just making an observation. So the kids at the school, multiple witnesses at the school reported seeing multiple gunmen. Multiple witnesses at the school reported hearing gunshots from different sides of the school. I am not one to just call everything a psyop, but this has psychological operation written all over it. So
I mean, it might be a psyop joint, because you remember what's the other Sandy Hook? Was it Sandy Hook?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a school shooting too, right?
Correct.
Right. And some of the crisis actors in Sandy Hook was located in another situation similar to that as well. I forgot the name. It's been a while ago, man. So like all this stuff's starting to run together a little bit right now. But this one right here, I think, is a little bit different. Only because I know the people down there, and when it happened, I actually contacted people who kids go to that school, and one of my homeboy's sons was in the classroom across the hall, and he heard everything. And they actually interviewed a little boy who was in the classroom, and the little boy was just saying how he saw one of his friends bleed out. She got shot in the stomach, and he saw his friend bleed out in front of him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as psyops, I'm like, I don't know about this one now. I think this one right here really happened.
Now, when I say a psyop, just to add context to what I'm saying, Um, what I am saying is that it is not that the victims aren't real, not that the incident wasn't real. What I'm saying is that the peripheral details are not real. There being one shooter, that's not true. The shooter being a random person, that's not true. What they're going to do, and I want to let the family know the difference between a story and a lie. A story is 100% fictional. The Three Little Pigs is a story. When we were children, we just make up stuff. I stopped telling stories because we would just tell stories out of our imaginations. A story is 100% fictional. To be a lie, you have to have truth in there. For something to be a story, it's 100% fictional. For something to be a lie, there has to be truth in there. What we're dealing with is a truth that's been manipulated, a truth that has been exaggerated, a truth that has been reversed, or whatever the case may be. So when I say a psychological operation, the whole thing, no, I don't think the whole thing is a lie. I don't think this is a story. I think the truth has been manipulated. Same thing as, when we see this right here. Let me go see if I can share it again. Uh, um, share. I must have closed it out. With them trying to peg the little black boy who was nothing more than a victim. That's not a story. That's a lie. That's not a story. That's a lie. Lie meaning there's truth in this, but we can see clearly the lie within the truth. A story would be there's no truth to it at all. The Three Little Pigs is nothing more than a story. Jesus is a lie. There's truth to in the Bible. There's truth. Not as it's not a story. It's a lie. So where the lie is at, where the truth has been manipulated, is going to be for us to find out. The other details, I believe, yes, they are true. Let me see if I can share a little bit more with the family. Check this out. Using GPS, the same dirtbag retired FBI special agent, we've linked the other shooters within 1,000 feet of the shooter's mobile device 11 times in 14 months. This is not a coinky dink. And this is why the jig is almost up. The jig is almost up. With the power of the
That's
internet,
crazy, bro.
with power, and this is what press 000. Wait, did we do 000 already? Press 000 if you remember skip tracing. Uh, uh, if you've been in contact with somebody who had covert, they were going to be able to call you out. Remember, go back to the pandemic. Press 000 if you remember. I don't know if it was called skip tracing or what, but they were going to try to implicate people off if you've been around somebody who had covert. And we had called them out to say, hey, contact tracing is what it was called. Thank you. How are you guys able to use contact tracing to see if I've been around somebody who had covert, but you can't use contact tracing to find out these children who have been taken by these Hillary Clinton type of reptilians? And the internet was in an uproar because the power of the internet is now stopping these monsters from doing what they were able to do in the 90s seamlessly, for what they were able to do in
Yep.
the 70s seamlessly.
Yep.
Now, the power of technology is stopping them from running their scams as smoothly as they did back before 2012, when the internet really took hold and grasped to the general population. The jig is about to be up, family. The jig is about to be up. And another example um, is we already know the shooter was on their radar. The shooter was on their radar. They knew about this shooter a year before it happened. Somebody gonna have to call black.
It kind of make it now seem like it might have had some political remnants sprinkled around a little bit now. It was just really, if the FBI, because once the FBI get involved with something, especially in Georgia, you have the FBI and GBI. GBI is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, and the ATF is there. When you have the alphabet gang involved with something, especially in this climate, they take that shit pretty serious. Especially in lieu of the guy in Vegas and all the other stuff that happened with these lone wolf shooters and shit like that. They take it pretty serious. So now it seems like if they knew about it when they did the preliminary investigation, did they take the serial numbers of the guns? Did they log that stuff? I mean, like, what happened? And it's almost like I want to almost entice somebody to do what's called, the Freedom of Information Act, when you can actually call FOIL report for what happened when they did the first initial investigation and find out was it thorough? Was it just a knock and ask a question, or what happened? Because now that I'm listening to you talk, now it's like, you know what? Georgia is kind of a swing state a little bit, because it was blue, remember?
Yep.
Georgia was red.
Come on.
Then it went blue. Now it's kind of on the fence. It's like, okay, you know what? This is kind of like almost pre-planned divine timing with the gun control. And Kamala been in Georgia a lot.
She kicked it
Her
off
and
in
Megan Thee
Georgia.
Stallion. So Kamala been in Georgia a lot, and Kamala's not getting a lot of support from Georgia. I can tell you that. She's not getting a lot of support from Georgia. You can ride through Georgia any given day and see Trump supporters everywhere, off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I know Biden was there months back, but it seems like now at this point, this shit might be politically motivated, bro.
Let me read this to you if you don't mind. So the school received this the same day and still had school with no preparation or lockdown. It says, and this is from FBI Atlanta, Appalachia High School received a phone call this morning that warned about shootings, officials say. This is from CNN's John Miller and Mark Morales. The high school at the center of today's mass shooting in Georgia received an earlier phone threat, multiple law enforcement officials tell CNN. The law enforcement officials in Georgia say Appalachia High School received a phone call this morning warning that there would be a shooting at 5 schools and that Appalachia would be the first. Remember, there's more than one shooter. It is known. It is not known who placed the call. Officials tell CNN they are investigating the call and where it originated. Family, I want y'all to get your pen and your paper. What's the difference between a lie and a story? A story is 100% fabricated. A lie has bits of truth in it. So what we're seeing is nothing different than what you saw with Scooby-Doo in the game. And if it wasn't for you meddling kids, family, the internet is on it. The internet is on it. That stuff y'all could get away with back in the day through the power of the internet. It's not happening no more. You got, family, press 111 if you've ever heard the term, the internet is undefeated. You're not going to defeat the internet any old way. You're not going to do it. That's what's not going to happen. We in a different age, grandma. Grandpa and them, they was falling for the tricks back in the day. It's not happening no more. I'm not saying this is a psyop, but I am saying it's a psyop. But what I am saying is something ain't. Listen, hold on.
Yeah. Play it. Play your boy.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And Q10. Everybody, on the count of 3, put on your tinfoil hats.
Hold up.
But yes, Minister, we are rounding on an hour. Please, if you could share your final thoughts with us.
Absolutely. So listen, family. All I'm asking y'all to do, man, is pay close attention, man, to what's happening. On a serious note, I have school-age children that go to school as well. Talk to your kids, man. Talk to your kids when they come home from school. Don't just brush them off and tell them to go outside and play, whatever the case is. Sit down and talk to your kids. Find out what's happening. My son had shared with me and his mom yesterday. I think Shiloh High School is having a game tonight, and it's a rival school. And rumors around the school throughout the week was going to be a shooting at that school tonight. Don't know how true it is, but the point is, talk to your children, man. Listen to them. Ask them what's going on in school. Engage with them. And I'm pretty sure that these children were telling their parents throughout the week that this was going to happen. Some kind of aspect. So talk to your kids, man. Tap in with your kids. Until then, man, y'all stay safe. I appreciate y'all.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Prema Osset in Los Angeles, Leimert Park, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
You are watching Crumb TV.
We're watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. So subscribe.
I am the Grand Sheikess, Unity Temple number 80, More Science Temple of America, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Yo, this is that kid 179. You're now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.